Hello once again, skate collectors. It's been a while. Today it's time for us to look at some more skateboards, of course. We're going to look at the Bucky Lasek Stadium Powell Peralta. We have the original one, the OG, and the reissue. And we'll compare the two both in terms of graphics and in terms of quality, so you can see and determine which one you like better. But before we get started, I wanted to show you the new 7-inch which my band ADRIATIC released. It's called Death's Funeral, and it comes in several variants. We've got the white, the red, and the black. The white ones are still available for sale. All the other ones got sold out already, like very quickly. I'll show you what they look like. They're all handmade and hand-painted. They all contain a single track, which is called Death's Funeral, which is our new single from the new album, which will be coming towards the end of the year. So this one is the blood splattered snow variant, which I showed you, and that one's out of 15. We also have the silver streak lava variant, which is the one that sold out, and that's out of 5, and that looks like this. Pretty spectacular. And we have a black variant, which we just call Death variant. That's out of 3. And these ones sold immediately, like within the first minute of us putting them on. They're really beautiful as well. But don't despair if for any reason you don't like the clear version. We also have one that you cannot buy, but you can win if you like. And it's this one. This is super secret. There's only 3 made of this. And we're gonna have them on our socials for people who support our band, and just to to thank you, we're gonna randomly select 3 winners and send those of you who share our music, who stream us and tell your friends about it and things like that. All we're trying to do is just get a little bit more exposure of our music. Hopefully you guys like it. Let's listen to Death's Funeral and have a look at Bucky Lasek. All right, here are these beautiful boards. They are featured in Sean Cleaver's book. It is featured in Sean Cleaver's book, and it was created in 1990. Now, many of you may not know, those of you who follow these closely probably do know, that this was one of the hardest graphics to create, because it's really difficult to create faces and screen print them. This is the book. So just like the aquarium, this is a graphic with a lot of detail, crazy attention to detail, and a lot of effort. Again, remember, this is done pre-computers, so it's really special. Let's look at this beautiful OG now. Shape-wise, pretty functional, quite modern for the 90s. This deck has a nice purple stain on the top. Hopefully you can see it doesn't look too gray. And the customized top logo. Excellent kicktail, it's a bit dusty. Great concave and a pretty solid kick nose. Beautiful board. I was so stoked to get an OG. I couldn't believe my eyes when I finally found one. Paid hefty for it too. Now let's see how that compares to the reissue. Actually, after we look at the graphics in detail. Now I've seen online that they have, it's either a YouTube video or just somewhere where someone has paid like extra special attention to who everyone on this deck is and has put names next to the faces. I don't know I don't know all the people on here, but of course I do know some. It seems like the butterfly graphic for Powell Peralta. The reverse beaver is here. The Bucky Lasek duck, which is also featured on the Youth Gone Bad deck. The beaver, of course, is the Harris. Ray Barbie, Underhill, Lance Mountain, Hawk, the Ray Barbie Ragdoll, Stacy and Craig, George Powell, Bucky, Lance Mountain's Yellow, Guy, Cab. Here we are. That Supreme t-shirt. Now, what you might immediately notice on the reissue is that the colors on the reissue are more vibrant, brighter in a way. They're still quite similar, but you can have a look at the two yellows and you'll see how the reissue is a little bit darker. Now, the other thing, of course, is that look at how on the original, the graphic doesn't cover the board all the way, which also makes me very excited because you probably know I'm into teal, so this one's teal on the bottom. Neither on the top nor on the bottom does it go all the way. But on the reissue, they've stretched it completely. There we go. Which also means that by stretching it, they've zoomed it in and they've lost a little bit of the graphics. So for example, you can see how this guy here is missing his ear. There's a bit of the hair missing here and the shoulder, and on and on and on. So you can see the one in the OG with a bit more, I don't know, a little bit further out. Same thing on the other side. See Ray Barbie's cap is all the way to the edge. But that's not the only thing that irritates me about the reissue. The other thing is just the perfection of it. So of course, as you know, in the 90s, screen printing faces would have been very difficult before the computer era, and now there is just a little level of, I don't know, of kind of smudginess of these red dots that create the color for the skin. Whereas it's absolutely perfect. It looks completely computerly done and calculated on the reissue. Here we go. Red dots. Less noticeable red dots. And something else that's different is the brown. Now you can see the brown. It's possible that on the reissue here, the brown color has changed to be a little bit more green, whereas it's just proper brown here. You can see it on the reverse beaver as well. Here you go. But in Sean Cleaver's book, the color is also the same. It's a little bit more greenish. As far as the tops go, they've done a pretty good job with the reissue. I like it that they finally recreate the graphics in the OG version for the customized logos. Here they both are. All right, well, that's plenty of Bucky Lasek for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed both the video and the song by ADRIATIC. If you did, please check out our links, follow our band, stream us on all the streaming media, and have a good day. Take care.